Welcome to Athletic Park in Wausau. It's cooled down a little bit from this afternoon. We were in the low 90s. Light breeze and 81 now as we get ready for American Legion baseball between DC Everest and the Wausau Bulldogs. Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Conley. Let's introduce you to our DC Everest starting lineup. In center field, Hayden Grzinski will lead off. Cole Van Slyke will catch and bat second. At first base, Ryan Schultz will bat third. Aiden Haupt will pitch for Everest. He'll hit for himself and bat fourth. Cal Olafson in left field bats fifth. Maddox Wyro is the Everest shortstop, sixth. Carter Miller plays second base and bats seventh. Will Reimer plays right field. He'll hit eighth. And Ben Gartsky's at third base batting ninth. For the visiting Evergreens, Grzinski, Van Slyke, Schultz, Haupt, Olafson, Wyro, Miller, Reimer, and Gartsky. The Wausau Bulldogs had been missing some players for their most recent games. They've got a full stable of horses tonight. Here's their batting order. Ian Stahl will lead off and play center field. True Thurs will pitch. He'll hit for himself and bat second. Davis Winter, shortstop, bats third. Marshall Helke in left field will bat fourth. Carson Thurs, the second baseman, hitting fifth. Logan Glavinsky plays first base. He'll bat sixth. Gage Stockwell will be the catcher, hitting seventh. Cam Rye plays third base, and he'll bat eighth. And James Dennis is in right field batting ninth. For the Bulldogs, Stahl, True Thurs, Winter, Helke, Carson Thurs, Glavinsky, Stockwell, Rye, and Dennis. The American Legion Post 10 Guard of Honor will be presenting the colors before tonight's game once the starting batting order for Wausau is introduced. Our pregame coverage is brought to you by Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston, providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. A 3-year nationwide warranty, free roadside assistance at Auto Select. You're good to go. That's Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston and on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Stevens Point. It's the first of 3 meetings over the next 3 days for these teams. Here on Zaleski Sports, we'll be right back here tomorrow night for Game 2 of the series. And then on Thursday, we will be over at DC Everest for Game 3. Let's go down to field level as the crowd here at Athletic Park comes to its feet for the Star-Spangled Banner.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang loud, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The crowd here at Athletic Park remains standing while the colors are retired. We will step aside for this break. Back with first pitch between DC Everest and Wausau Post 10. This is American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Vehicle maintenance is vital to your day-to-day life. That's why Auto Select of Stevens Point reminds you to be sure to schedule regular oil changes, tire rotations, and general inspections to keep your vehicle in great shape. Let the helpful, friendly staff at Auto Select ensure your vehicle continues to keep you and your passengers safe on the roads, as well as keep your vehicle functioning the way it was intended. For quality, dependable automotive care from service experts, place your trust in Auto Select of Stevens Point. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
This has turned into a pretty nice night for baseball. Our interest in being outdoors when it was 93 this afternoon, not so much. But we've cooled down. The humidity is way down. There's a light breeze to keep us cool, too. It's blowing from left field to right field here at Athletic Park. We are thinking that the weather is not going to be a problem at all tonight. There's a chance of another round of thunderstorms. Here in Wausau, at my home on the west side, the skies opened up for about 5 minutes, and then it was over. And it's been cooler ever since. Let's set the Bulldogs' defense while True Thurs takes his warm-up pitches. Behind him in the outfield, Marshall Helke is in left, Ian Stahl is in center, and James Dennis is in right. The Bulldogs infield, Cam Rye at third base. Davis Winter, who is probably the best player between these two teams at the ballpark tonight, he's the shortstop. Carson Thurs at second, and Logan Grilvinsky is at first. Gage Stockwell catches, and True Thurs, right-hander, will be ready to go in just a moment. Hayden Grzinski will be the leadoff batter for Wausau. That's because Ty Rohde is away with his travel team. Ty Rohde is down in Alabama. Can you imagine Alabama baseball in June? That's all wrong. Alabama baseball in March, right? Right. Well, I'm not one to talk. I'll be on vacation in Florida next week. The weather today is only getting me acclimated. Grzinski ready to lead off and get us underway. Tick-tock, we're starting right on time at 8 o'clock tonight. First pitch, little inside. Ball 1, and we're underway. We were a little bit worried because the Junior Legion game was high scoring. Seemed like it took a long time to play. Wausau winners 13-8 in that game. That pitch is in. Count evens at 1-1. True Thurs, above average velocity. He's kind of a slow worker. Takes his time between pitches, often steps off and paws the mound before he retoes the rubber. Off speed, breaks in, strike 2. One-two pitch. Off speed again, up high. Count goes even. Everest Legion has hit pretty well this season. Had some defensive struggles, and nobody has enough pitching. But they sure have been able to make a lot of contact. That's low. Count fills up. Year after year for Legion baseball, Everest has a lot of junior varsity guys who've just completed their JV seasons at high school, foul back, and will do 3 and 2 again. So Everest really does use the American Legion season for developmental purposes, trying to get more at-bats, more playing experience into your guys for next season. There are some JV teams that invite back college freshmen to play. So that's kind of a different animal. 3-2 pitch here. Off speed, called strike 3. Hayden Grzinski thought he had worked out a walk, but that was too close to take, got too much of the outside corner. Grzinski's a strikeout victim to start us off tonight. Here's Cole Van Slyke. I see just to my right Cole's dad and grandfather. Brought his own cheering section with us. The lefty steps in, one of the heavier bats in the Everest lineup. On the outside corner, strike 1. Now it's early in the game, of course, but True Thurs looks like he's pounding the strike zone early. Just outside, 1-1. Lays off that, and it's below the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike. The Wausau Woodchucks are out of town today and tomorrow, which allows these Legion teams to use Athletic Park. Swing and a miss. Count evens 2-2. Did you see what happened to the Woodchucks last night? It was the final night of the first half of the Northwoods League season. The Woodchucks were on the road down in Wisconsin Rapids. And Rapids, no disrespect, but they're the worst team in the Northwoods League. Checked his swing, that's outside. Counts full again. So the first 2 batters go full against True Thurs. So all the Woodchucks have to do is win the game last night in Wisconsin Rapids, and they would be the first half champions in the Northwoods League. And they lost 2-1. And Madison, a winner down south, won their game last night, and Madison turns out to be the first half champions. The Woodchucks had the lead for the entire first half of the season until the very last day, and then settled for finishing second. True Thurs has struck out the first 2 batters he's seen. Here's Ryan Schulz with 2 outs and nobody aboard. That's the kind of game where someone destroys the dugout afterwards, right? You throw things, bang your bat, wreck the clubhouse. First ball swinging foul down the third base side, and not by much. I mean, every morning you'd wake up and look at the Northwoods League standings, and the Woodchucks would be in first place. Sometimes up by a game, 2 or 3 games, but Madison kept close. And a 2-1 loss sinks the Woodchucks. They've got to start all over again for the second half of the season. Play begins today. It's down low to Ryan Schulz. Counts 1-1. Low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Down at Witter Field, which is one of the older ballparks in the Northwoods League. If someone did some damage to the dugout or clubhouse, well, they'd have to repair it. That might actually be a good thing down at Witter Field. 2-1 pitch. Off-speed pitch tapped. It's a fair ball. Got to be a tough play. Pitcher loses his footing. Infield hit for Ryan Schulz with 2 outs. True Thurs knew that he was going to have to try and barehand that, and his back foot kind of slid out from under him. 2-out hit, and here's Aiden Hapt. Hapt will be pitching for Everest tonight. He bats in the cleanup spot. High strike to Aiden Hapt. Throw over to first, runners back. Hapt takes, and it's outside. Baseball on Zaleski Sports is brought to you by Design Theory 19. Your home is the heart of your best moments. Make it uniquely yours with Design Theory 19. Pitch is low, runners going, stolen base, no throw. Ryan Schulz got a good jump, and he's down at second base. Aiden will try and give himself the lead with a hit to the outfield. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Design Theory 19 says visit us in downtown Wausau or online at designtheory19.com. Design Theory 19, where dreams become reality. 1-2 pitch. Foul back. Aiden will see another. Crowd tonight's about evenly split between Everest fans and Wausau fans. Why would it not be? Everest is 10 minutes away. These are fun games because all these players know each other. A lot of them have competed against each other since grade school. Still at a ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Coming home. Fly ball to right. Right fielder is coming in, under it, and James Dennis makes the catch. The inning comes to an end. Everest gets an infield hit but can do nothing with it. They leave a runner at second base. Going to the bottom of the first when we come back on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Aiden Hapt is a right-handed sidearm slinger, and he's taken his warm-up pitches now. Used more as a reliever during the high school season, but again, sometimes pitching availability is a little bit different when you get to the American Legion season, so he'll start today. We've seen him be super good. We've seen Aiden in a couple of appearances where he's had trouble throwing strikes. Let's see which one we get today. Defense behind him, Cal Olofsson's in left, Hayden Grzinski's in center, Will Reimer is in right. Everest infield is Ben Gartsky at third, Maddox Wyro at short. Carter Miller's the second baseman, Ryan Scholes is at first, and Cole Van Slyke catches. Aiden's ready to work to Ian Stahl to lead off the home first inning. Lights just being turned on now at Athletic Park as the sun sets through the haze over the left field fence. Hapt to Stahl. Inside corner, strike one. A little bit low there, 1 ball and 1 strike. And that one's low too. 2-1 as Hapt works to Stahl. Just off the inside corner. Close, but it's 3-1. That missed inside also, a leadoff walk. Ian Stahl is aboard. So Hapt on some of the pitches in that sequence was close to the strike zone. Here's True Thurs to hit now. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter here. Strike one. So True is a little bit of an oddity. Throws right-handed, but hits from the left side. on the outside corner. Strike two. Hapt, after a leadoff walk, is ahead in the count now. Softly hit, but over the head of third baseman Ben Gartsky and into shallow left field. First two runners are aboard for the Bulldogs. Davis Winter will hit with two aboard and nobody out. What's not to like about Davis Winter? A tough out every time he comes up. Plays a great defensive shortstop and can pitch too. Everest will have to hit against him before this three-game series is over. And that's away ball one. Down the first base side, but foul. Davis Winter played during the high school season for Wausau West. Now part of the Wausau West Alumni Club. Graduated at the end of the school year in late May. Stahl at second, True Thurs at first. And a 1-1 pitch to Winter. Fly ball to right. Right fielder gets twisted around. It's over his head. A misplayed ball by Will Reimer. It's going to go up against the wall. It's a double, and one run will come all the way around. Even though the ball was misplayed, that didn't hit Reimer's glove, so that's going to be scored a hit. Bulldogs' first three batters hit safely, and they have a 1-0 lead. Yeah, certainly a catchable and misplayed ball if the right fielder was going back from the start. Hesitated for a moment, then got turned around, and that's where the trouble started. For Marshall Helke, there are now runners at second and third. Smack to the third baseman. Thought about going over to the bag, but there's no force there. Gartsky got himself corrected and threw over to first. There's the first out. Gartsky was thinking about stepping on the bag, but there's no force in that situation. Gartsky realized that and still got the ball across the diamond in time. So the runners hold second and third. There's now one out for Carson Thurs. Swing and a miss out in front of that, strike one. You know what the problem is with playing the infield in here at Athletic Park? It's a synthetic infield. And the ball does get on the infielders faster. So hard hit balls with the infield drawn in are going to go through. The Evergreens play second and short, a step or two back instead of completely in. That's fouled off. Aiden Hapt is ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Aiden would love to keep these two in scoring position from coming around. Would love the strikeout here, then you can move the infield back to regular depth. 0-2 coming. Ground ball to third. Holds the runner again. Throw is high, no problem. Tagged out at first base. Ben Gartsky's throw was wild. Ryan Schultz applied the tag to get Carson Thurs. Again, runners hold at second and third base. So it's up to Logan Glavinsky if this is a one-run inning or something bigger to start off the Bulldogs' evening. First ball swinging on the first base side. There's room for a play here. Going back in foul territory, Ryan Schultz makes the catch. First 3 reach, and then the next 3 are retired. Bulldogs get 1 run on 2 hits. 1 inning complete. 1-0 Wausau on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
The Auto Service Specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
I knew I wanted to start an agency that honored those small town values like relationships and service. Our mission is to sell insurance ethically and with integrity to protect our clients' needs today, tomorrow, and in the future.
Not everybody understands insurance, and it's a good day when I can help give peace of mind.
Working with Access Insurance, we are a team, so you don't just get one of us, you get all four of us.
Access Insurance Agency, our business revolves around you.
Take your education out of the classroom and give New Spaces a spin. Wherever you are, North Central Technical College is there with flexible learning options, including rolling start dates and 100% online classes. Earn your degree around your life.
Out of town scoreboard, I see the Brewers have broken through against the Reds in the bottom of the sixth. The Brewers are now up 6-2 in that game. Bidding tonight to win all 5 of their first meetings against Cincinnati. Foundation Finance says start a job making the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit, fun-loving group, and full-time benefits that start from day one. Learn more at foundationfinance.com. You ask, tomorrow night, will we be multitasking as the American soccer team plays in the World Cup? Meh, maybe. Cal Olafson will lead off the visitors' second. Cal spent just about the entire season with the Everest JV. And lo and behold, this American Legion season, Cal can hit. True Thurs coming home. Cal fouls the first pitch back, strike one. Back at the radio station, my news director, Michael Leishner, is a soccer nut. Took his vacation off around the World Cup. Went to Kansas City to see one of the matches. Just off the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now, Mike says World Cup tickets are ridiculously expensive. But the people that run that tournament, I mean, they're fleecing people around the world on ticket prices. So he could not afford to see the American team. Check swing, back to the mound. True Thurs underhand flip. There's the first out. So he said he still wanted to take in the World Cup experience, and there were matches in Kansas City. I believe he's going to come home tomorrow. He's going to be like an honorary citizen of Albania. Maddox Wyro with 1 out and nobody on. Off-speed pitch breaks in for strike one. I don't know, the soccer tournament has reached the knockout round. 32 teams advanced. And if you lose, you go home now. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. I know the Americans tomorrow at 7 o'clock is the opening whistle against Bosnia-Herzegovina. Or is it Herzegovina? It's tough when countries combine themselves like that. Foul just missed the upper deck. And back to the playground here at Athletic Park. A ball and 2 strikes to Maddox Wyro. What I know about soccer oddities is that Trinidad and Tobago, who now play as one team, they're 2 separate countries. One of them invaded the other after one beat the other in the 1970s. There was a war over soccer. Checked his swing, didn't go. That's up high, 2-2. Trinidad and Tobago are in the Caribbean. I mean, the weather's nice all year round and the beaches are world class. What's there to go to war over? Bouncing ball to short. Good hop for Davis Winter. Throws across the diamond. Davis Winter is true. He's got Maddox Wyro out. If I remember, soccer and a history lesson. I think Bosnia and Herzegovina didn't always get along either. different religions, different ethnic groups. Carter Miller will hit with 2 outs and nobody on. Off-speed pitches up high. Before the game, the Everest players were chatting about whether the sanitary socks up high, the Everest team's about 50-50 on that, whether it really makes you faster or not. Makes you look faster. Bouncing ball to third. Hard hop for Cam Rye. He's got it. Throws low. Dug out there by Logan Glavinsky. The Evergreens go in order in the visitors' second. Bottom of 2 coming up. Wausau 1, Everest nothing. This is American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
The first tube was bent in 1968 back in a garage by our house. Shortly after that, we moved into a rented space in a machine shop.
Moving into this building in 2000 at 90,000 square feet.
So right now we sit at 165,000 square feet.
150 employees. Every day we look at how grateful we are to be where we are, but we never forget where we started. Here at J&D Tube Benders, we're a full custom hydraulic tube manufacturer. We can do anything from your simple bent tube component to a fully welded assembly.
Elite Auto Care on Schofield Avenue in Weston offers the best in automotive care and repair. This locally owned and operated repair group features a full staff of ASE certified technicians. They are ready to handle all major and minor repairs to get you back on the road. For any make, any model vehicle, look to Elite Auto Care for repairs. From general maintenance and preventative care like oil changes and tire rotations, to those more challenging issues like air conditioning, brakes, and engine issues. Elite Auto also offers a full selection of tires to fit your vehicle needs. For your next auto needs, turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business, on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
Bottom of the second is on, and the bottom third of the Bulldogs order is coming up. They've got 7, 8, and 9 to face Aiden Hopt. That's Gage Stockwell, Cam Rye, and James Dennis. I'm told that I have some cleanup work to do about the Bulldog shortstop Davis Winter. Winter's a Wausau East, not a Wausau West graduate. First ball swinging, and it's chopped foul up the third base side. As I was joking, we say 5,000 words during one of these broadcasts. Not all of them are right. Hopped, side-armed. That's tapped foul just about the same way. Stockwell is down on the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Baseball tonight brought to you by Foundation Finance. Start a job making the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit, fun-loving group, and full-time benefits from day one. Ground ball to short, Maddox Wyro across the diamond, got him. Full-time benefits start at day one from Foundation Finance. Learn more at foundationfinance.com. Faced, here's Cam Rye. Rye is a high school sophomore, so imagine the experience he's getting with a full season of Legion ball under his belt. He'll come back next season better than he was this year, for sure. Takes ball 1. Adjusting to the inside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike. Aiden Hapt has been on or around the strike zone so far today, so that's going to help his cause. That pitch was high, and it's popped up on the infield. Maddox Wyro, the shortstop, camps under it and makes the catch. 2 outs. James Dennis is here. The young lady who's doing the PA here at Athletic Park tonight, she's doing a great job. Future Zaleski sports announcer, dare I suggest. Dennis hits from the left side, 2 outs and nobody on. Outside, ball 1. Right back here tomorrow at Athletic Park, another 8 o'clock start. That's outside 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Junior Legion, hustle in, hustle out. We need these later games to start on time. Some of us wake up early. And then a 7:30 start Thursday when Everest hosts over at Simon Field. Swing and a miss, 2-1. James Dennis is also a high school sophomore. So that's the bottom of the Bulldogs lineup tonight. Outside, 3-1. Swing and a miss, 3-2. Hapt wants to get this third out at the bottom of the Wausau order and not have it flip over to the top till the next inning. Outside, lost the number 9 hitter. That's the second walk that Aiden's allowed. Ian Stahl has the other walk. Came around to score the only run of the game so far. So getting through the inning just got a little more difficult for Aiden Hapt. First ball swinging, and it's on a line. It's going to be down to right field. Right fielder overran the ball. His glove didn't touch it. This is not going to be an error, but a run's going to come all the way around. Will Reimer overran the ball in the outfield. It allows Stahl to get to second base, and it allows James Dennis, who worked out a walk just a moment ago, to come all the way around. 2-0 Wausau. Didn't touch his glove, just a pure overrun. No error there. A gifted RBI to Ian Stahl. True Thurs singled his first time up, just a tapper over the head of the third baseman and into shallow left field. Takes strike one. Fly ball again to right. Will Reimer's got a little more time to camp under it. More of a routine play. He makes the catch there, and the inning is over. A walk and a double. And the Bulldogs get another run in. 2 complete. It's 2-0 on Zaleski Sports. Brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Hi, this is Brian Butch, former college and professional basketball player, here with a message from Abbey Bank. Abbey Bank is thankful for their customers. Your continued trust means the world. Join them each Friday in June for Customer Appreciation Fridays. Stop into any Abbey Bank location for a free Wisconsin dairy treat. A small way to say thank you and to celebrate June Dairy Month. It's their way of showing appreciation while supporting our hardworking Wisconsin dairy farmers. Abbey Bank, where they make banking about you. This ad is sponsored by Abbey Bank, member FDIC.
For the very best in craftsmanship and innovative construction, put your trust in Scherer Construction. You'll see their work when you drop your kids at school, visit the public library, drive past the fire station, or even in the industrial park. Scherer Construction has helped countless homeowners with bringing their dreams to life, and hundreds of businesses create beautiful facilities that make our communities shine all throughout Wisconsin. For your next residential, commercial, municipal, or educational construction project, join the countless others who have put their faith in Scherer Construction. Find their location right here in Wausau or online at schererconstruction.com.
Top of the third is on. Wausau with single runs in the first and second. They've built a 2-run lead for True Thurs, who will face 8, 9, and 1 in the Everest batting order. Some of the members of the Honor Guard from American Legion Post 10 have stuck around to enjoy the game. If you come out to Athletic Park and see any of them, thank them for their service. They're still serving today as they present the colors before our national anthem for every American Legion home game here at Athletic Park. The commander in charge of the American Legion Guard, I saw him and said hello to him as I was arriving today. I'm not good at guessing people's ages, but he's a Korean War vet if he's a day old. Will Reimer to lead off from the left side for Everest. up high, ball one. As we celebrate the nation's 250th this Saturday, there are still some World War II vets around. Not many. Maybe just a handful here in town who will see our nation's 250th. Bounced off the plate. Winter behind the bag. Throws. Got him by a step and a half. Davis Winter is so sure-handed at shortstop. Ben Gartsky will hit. He's at the bottom of the Everest batting order. Baseball tonight sponsored by Newton Electric. Residential to commercial, industrial to agriculture. Newton Electric in Wausau has been serving central Wisconsin since 1977. Give them a call or find them online at newtonelec.com. A ball to Ben Gartsky. Fouled back, 1 ball and 1 strike. True Thurs looks like he's pretty locked in. I mean, we're only in the 3rd inning, so the story of this game isn't written yet. But Thurs throwing a lot of strikes with good velocity. Off speed, low, 2-1. You're trying to induce a swing on a pitch like that, and Gartsky laid off. That's also close, but judged to be low. 3 balls and 1 strike. More Legion baseball ahead next week, and then the regional tournaments begin. And that's low. A 1-out walk for Ben Gartsky. Gartsky's got pretty good speed at first base. He could be in motion here. Grzinski struck out his first time on what he thought was ball 4. Grzinski was taking a step or two towards first base, then made a right-hand turn and went back to the dugout. First ball swinging, center fielder going back, but it hung up just enough for Ian Stall to make the catch. 2 outs now. Looked more promising off the bat. Here's Cole Van Slyke. Cole has home run power, and Athletic Park is smaller than Simon Field, where Everest plays its home games. Cole could park one over the fence in any of his at-bats tonight. Struck out swinging his first time up and takes ball 1. How can you tell that the weather's been hot? Well, here at Athletic Park, some of the outfield grass has started to die, started to turn over to brown. Now, here at Athletic Park, it's a synthetic infield. I mean, the infield surface is post-nuclear. We'll have fallout on it, and the infield will still be here. The outfield, though, is natural grass, and the area behind second base and over into right field has just started to turn brown. Pitch is bobbled, runner is going, safe at second base. A 2-out runner in scoring position for Everest. Back at home plate, it's 2 balls and no strikes to Van Slyke, so he's worked himself into a hitter's count. Takes, and it's away. 3 balls and no strikes. If the inning continues, Ryan Schultz will get a turn. Ryan's got the only hit for Everest so far tonight. Waiting in the on-deck circle if Cole Van Slyke can produce with 2 outs. 3-0 pitch. And that's low. It's a 4-pitch walk to Van Slyke. Both of the runners on base are there via walk. So now there'll be a trip to the mound to chat with True Thurs. Both of the runs that Wausau has in were put on base via walks. Both of the base runners here are on via walk. The walks just eat you up. Number one skill you want from the pitcher. It's not velocity. It's not pitch variety. It's the ability to throw strikes. Schulz to hit with 2 outs and 2 on. Pitches down low. 5 in a row out of the strike zone here for True. Steps off. Runner dives back safely to second. On the synthetic infield, both teams wearing white pants. None of them will get dirty tonight. Low, 2 balls and no strikes. Moms or whoever does the laundry, I don't know, at this level, players should be doing their own laundry, right? Loves that when nothing's getting dirty. Only on dives in the outfield. Ground ball, fair ball into left field. Evergreens are going to be on the scoreboard. Rounding third and coming home is Ben Gartsky. Play at third is close, safe. Schulz is 2 for 2. Got himself an RBI and he moved up to second on the throw also. Everest is heard from. It's a 2-1 game. During the high school season, Ryan Scholes, who just delivered the hit into the left field corner, was the only all-consensus, all-conference player for the DC Everest baseball program. Here's Aiden Hopp to hit to the outfield, could give Everest the lead here. On the outside corner, strike 1 to Aiden. That runner at third base, you guessed it, there via a walk. Bouncing ball through the left side. This game is tied. Evergreens are going to try and bring around a second run. There'll be a play at the plate. Safe. Evergreens take the lead. Throw got away from the catcher all the way down to third base. Aiden Hapt is safe. 2 RBI, and the script has been flipped. Hapt, the pitcher, hitting in the cleanup spot, and he delivers. Van Slyke came around to score, and Ryan Schulz came around to score too. 3-2. Here's Cal Olofsson, bounce back to the pitcher, his first time up. Inside, spins him back. Hits are now even, 3 aside. Breaks in, strike 1. Cal's first time up, bounced the ball right off the plate and then into fair territory. Looking to pick up a runner from third base with 2 outs here. It's 2 balls and a strike. True Thurs was just cruising along through the first 2 innings. Run into a little control challenges here in the third. 2-1 pitch. Off speed and high, 3-1. True's got a good fastball. And when you're struggling with control, maybe you want to go back to your best pitch. Shown a couple of breaking balls here to Cal Olofsson. That's not his best stuff. 3-1 is low. A walk continues the inning. Maddox Wyro grounded out to shortstop Davis Winter his first time up. double steal possibilities here. Let's see how the Evergreens play this. And you know what? When you're having control problems, you don't seem to get the close calls. That could have been a strike on the outside corner. It's judged a ball to Maddox Wyro. Close. Throw over to first. Runners back. I mean, if you're the Bulldogs, you really want True Thurs to get the third out. Get him back to the dugout and try and reset him. He looked just fine in the first 2 innings. 3 walks and 2 hits, though, here in the third. 1-0 pitch. Runners going down to second. Double steal. It's cut off. There's going to be a play at the plate. Tagged. Safe. Safe. Wow, the ball was there in time. They're going to say that the base runner slid around the tag and got in. Ball was there a full step before the base runner. The runner reached for the back half of the plate and got his hand in there. The double steal gets Everest a run. One ball and 1 strike to Maddox Wyro. Low, 2-1. Yeah, if you're watching at home, you'll have the luxury of seeing the replay on our Zaleski Sports channel. So many times when the ball is there in time, the call is out. That time it was not. Outside, 3-1. I mean, no one's got a better view of that than the home plate umpire. He's just a couple of feet away. Runner on second, still 2 outs. There's a strike, 3-2. True Thurs is looking to close the door on this 4-run third inning. Ball 4. 4 walks in the inning. Here's Carter Miller, the 9th Everest batter to come up to the plate. Now a visit to the mound. Let's see if there's a pitching change. Carter Miller is 0 for 1. He grounded out to third his first time up. And there will be a pitching change. Suddenly the strike zone has eluded True Thurs, and his day will come to an end.
For the Bulldogs, number 14, Carson Thurs.
This new pitcher in just a moment will turn his back to us and will reveal his number. And we'll get him all set up. So a long visitor's third inning. Thurs gives up 4 runs. All of them are earned. Carson Thurs comes in. It is Thurs for Thurs. And catcher Gage Stockwell will go out and talk to his new pitcher. Carter Miller is ready to go. And here's Carson Thurs, righty, ready to work. Strike one. True Thurs is still responsible for the 2 runners on. All 4 of the runs earned. He's struck out 2, walked 4. There's strike 2. Swing and a miss. Carson Thurs comes on in relief, throws just 3 pitches, and ends the inning. Evergreens now have a 4-2 lead. 4 runs on 2 hits, 4 walks. 2 of those walk batters came around to score. We'll go to the bottom of the third, now 4-2 on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
I got referred to the orthodontist, and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here, and he was very happy with his smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointments, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau is hiring full-time second and third shifts with competitive starting wages and a pay increase every 90 days during your first year. Great Lakes Cheese invests in their employees. Apply today at jobs.greatlakescheese.com.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
Aiden Happ sure was on the bench for a long time in that 9-batter top of the third inning. He'll now work the bottom of the third and will face 3, 4, and 5 in the Bulldogs' batting order. Davis Winter doubled his first time up. Ball was misplayed but didn't hit the right fielder Will Reimer's glove, so Winter gets credit for the double. We're brought to you by Brews Brothers, bringing you an award-winning burger lineup for lunch and dinner since 2013. Open 7 days a week. Cold drinks, too, at Brews Brothers off Highway 29 in Weston. Outside from Aiden Hapt, it's ball 1. To second base, over a couple of steps is Carter Miller, and Davis Winter is the first out. Marshall Helke is 0 for 1, a ground out his first time up. Helke was batting with runners at second and third when he bounced to Gartsky. Gartsky checked the runner and was able to throw him out. So Helke was unable to pick up 2 in scoring position his first time up. First ball swinging here through the left side. Helke's got himself a 1-out hit.
Next up to bat for the Bulldogs, number 14, Carson Thurs.
Carson Thurs, who is now the pitcher, will come on to hit. Carson had been playing second base. That's a straight change. I believe that True Thurs, when Wausau is back in the field, he'll be at second base now. He was the starting pitcher. Inside corner, strike 1. Carson also batted with runners at second and third and bounced out to the third baseman. Just missed. 1-1. This ball's to the third baseman. It eats up Ben Gartsky. That's going to be an error. Hard hit, but it was right at Gartsky. It was off of his glove. So there are runners at first and second. First error tonight between these two teams. Logan Glavinsky popped out in foul ground to bring the first inning to an end. Brewers game now moves to the 8th inning, and the Brewers are up on the Reds 6-2. Swing and a miss, strike one. Reds scored first in that game. In many of the games, the Reds have at least had a lead that they've been unable to hold. Brewers trailed 3-0 last night, came back on Cincy. Low bounced off the plate. Good stop by catcher Cole Van Slyke. Keeps the runners from moving up, and it's 1-1. Low, 2-1. Bulldogs scored single runs in the first and second. Find themselves now trailing by 2 here in the bottom of the third. Fouled off. 2-2. Aiden Hopt, the pitcher for the Evergreens, now that his team has given them the lead, would love to hang up a 0 in this half inning. Work it around, a 1-out single and an infield error. 2-2 pitch coming home, fouled off down the first base side. Who's coaching there at first base? Tried to stop that by raising his foot. See, everyone's excited about the World Cup, aren't they? Two balls and 2 strikes, there's 1 out. Hopt is bizzing for a strikeout here, coming home. Line drive, it's into right center field. And it gaps the 2 outfielders. 1 run will score. Going to try and score a second run too, and the ball game is tied. 2-strike hitting by Logan Glavinsky. That's a nice at bat. 2 runs batted in from the number 6 hole for the Bulldogs. 4 apiece now. That ball did not look like it had enough velocity on it to get between the 2 outfielders. That wasn't well played out there. Scored a single, and Glavinsky moves up to second as the Evergreens were trying to throw out the second runner at plate. A ball to Stockwell, grounded out to the left side his first time up. So this has been an entertaining game so far. Back and forth we go. Strike there, 1-1. Swing and a miss. That was a pitch that was out of the strike zone. Stockwell helped the pitcher there. It's 1-2. Low, and the count is even, 2-2. Hopt coming home. Bounced off the plate. Pitcher's got it. Nope, foul ball. Foul ball called. So we'll do 2 balls and 2 strikes again. Swing and a miss. Got him. Tipped into the catcher's mitt. Aiden Hop's first strikeout against 2 walks. Cam Rye with 2 outs will hit with a runner at second base. First pitch swinging and fouled off down the first base side, over the stands and into the playground. You know, a few years ago, if memory serves, we had a much bigger fence down the first base side to keep foul balls from going into the playground, where the Utes who are not interested in baseball are on the jungle gym or running around. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitcher Hapt has it. Underhand to first. The inning comes to an end. Wausau gets 2 runs, and we're all tied up. 3 complete, 4-4 on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
This Friday is a holiday for just about everyone. The 4th of July falls on Saturday this year. So Friday the 3rd, Saturday the 4th, and Sunday the 5th will be the dates for the Stevens Point Firecracker Tournament. Be down at Buchholz Park for that. An American Legion baseball tradition. Will Reimer grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. He was the first batter in the 4-run 3rd inning and will now lead off the 4th. It'll be his first look at Carson Thurs, the sophomore who's on in relief of True Thurs, his older brother. Outside, didn't go, ball 1. Bulldogs led 2-0. Everest took a 4-2 lead. Now here we are tied at 4 apiece. A ball and a strike, Thurs to Reimer. Off speed, that looked like a pretty good pitch. I guess broke a little inside. 2-1. Just off the outside corner. So Carson Thurs has been close, but still finds himself down in the count now, 3-1. True Thurs pitching line, 2 2/3 innings, 4 runs all earned, 3 hits. Walked 2, struck out 2, walked 4. That's inside, a leadoff walk here in the 4th. Ben Gartsky walked and scored his first time up. Gartsky's taken a long look at the third base coaching box to see if he'll be asked to sacrifice here. is asked to bunt, pulls the bat back, and it's inside. Ball one. I would think the bunt would still be on here. Indeed it is. Gartsky offered. A throw back to first is a wild throw down the right field line. Will Reimer will move up to second on a catcher's throwing error. Both sides have committed an error now. At 1 ball and 1 strike, see if Gartsky's going to be asked to bunt this runner over to third base. Batters want a chance to drive this run in. Gartsky would love for the bunt to be off in this spot. Nope, the bunt is still on. Inside, 2 balls and a strike. Again, Everest is willing to give up an out in this spot. Wausau's got to take it. Carson Thurs is coming home. Bunt stays on, pulls it back. That's called a strike on the inside corner. 2-2. Off-speed pitch is called strike 3. That's not the world's greatest at-bat for Gartsky. Was asked to lay down the bunt, couldn't get it down, and winds up looking at the third strike. The runner advanced to second on a throwing error. Grzinski is 0 for 2. Hayden's batting at the top of the Everest order here. First ball swinging, chopped off the plate, foul. Pitcher steps off and looks the runner back. This is a game that just lends itself to which pitcher can settle in, hang up some zeros. How about that for a middle game update? Brought to you by Innovative Health in Weston, providing complete chiropractic care to the greater Wausau area. If you've been benched by aches and pains, Innovative Health will get you back in the game with the right adjustments so you can live better. Now it's 2 balls and 1 strike to Grzinski. Coming home, that's low. 3-1. The dangerous Cole Van Slyke is in the on-deck circle. Outside, ball 4. Both runners are on via walks. Cole Van Slyke walked and scored his last time up. He's 0 for 1 today. Living dangerously with runners on base and Cole Van Slyke hitting. This will be his first time against Carson Thurs. Off-speed pitches outside, 1-0. We saw that a little bit with True Thurs, too. When True was having control problems, like he went to his secondary pitches, went to his off-speed pitch. Well, Carson Thurs just walked the last batter and starts Cole Van Slyke off with a breaking ball outside. That's inside. It's 2 balls and no strikes to Cole. Long set. Pitcher steps off. Dekes the runner back to second base. On the outside corner, a strike, 2-1. Again, Carson Thurs went back to that fastball. It's his best pitch. And got himself a strike on the outside corner. Smack to first. Kind of a tricky hop. It's bobbled. This will be a close play. Pitcher wins the race. Got him. Logan Glavinsky had kind of a spinning ball that had some English on it. Did a good job sticking with it. And Carson Thurs, the pitcher, knew that he had to cover the bag. On the out, both runners move up. Instead of first and second, now second and third for Ryan Schulz. There are 2 outs. Schulz is 2 for 2 in the game, 2 singles. Trying to give Everest the lead back here in the visitors' 4th. Away, ball 1. Takes and judged a little bit low. That was close. Schulz just looks like he's in a groove at the plate. Fouls that one back to the screen. A ball and 2 strikes now. There are 2 outs, so Carson Thurs has a fighter's chance of hanging up a 0 here. The Wausau pitcher's trying to leave 2 in scoring position. Swing and a miss. Our scoreboard had the count wrong. That is strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. All right, we're set now. Outside, full count. Aiden Hapt on deck if the inning continues. He doubled and brought in 2 runs his last at-bat. Runners will get a head start with the count full and 2 outs. It's a wild pitch. Runner at third does not advance. Bounced off the padded area behind home plate and came back towards catcher Gage Stockwell. Bases are loaded, and all of this without the benefit of a hit. 1, 2, 3 walks in the inning for Carson Thurs. Sherrill Tire and Auto says save up to $140 on new tires at Sherrill Tire and Auto on 4 Goodyear tires. Locations in Stevens Point, Wisconsin Rapids, Wausau, and Marshfield. Will Reimer is at third, Hayden Grzinski is at second, Ryan Schulz at first. In between, a strikeout and a groundout. Carson Thurs coming home. Off speed, almost hit him. If Aiden Hapt took that off the noggin, he would have brought a run in. Instead, he ducked under it. I know, instincts take over. Fouled that back, big cut. Just missed the upper deck luxury boxes here at Athletic Park, which are closed. They're not in use for American Legion games. 2 outs. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Aimed it. Good backhand stop by catcher Gage Stockwell. Saved a wild pitch and probably saved a run. Aiden now has worked into a hitter's count, 2-1 with the bases full. Bounced foul up the third base side. 2-2. During the Junior Legion game, someone asked, what if you foul it back to the luxury suites and break a window there? Well, I think Mark McDonald of the Woodchuck sends you a bill. Up high, counts full. With 2 outs and the bases loaded, the merry-go-round will spin on this pitch. Thurs to Hapt. Here it comes. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Into the picnic area down the first base side. Coming home again. Hard hit to the second baseman. He's got it on one hop. True Thurs throws over to first, and the inning comes to an end. 3 walks, but Everest leads them loaded and does not score. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth, tied 4-4. This is American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports. Brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
If the check engine light comes on in your car, do you address it or hope it goes away on its own? Pain is your body's check engine light signaling that something isn't right. Innovative Health in Weston can help identify and fix the aches and pains of everyday life. We deliver effective chiropractic care for every joint in your body, from your neck to your back to your knees and feet. With 4 doctors on staff and advanced treatment options, we've been consistently voted a top chiropractic and sports medicine clinic in central Wisconsin. Whether you're a high school athlete, a pregnant mom, or just feeling the wear and tear of life, give us a call at Innovative Health in Weston today.
Feel better, live better, Innovative Health.
Aiden Hapt, the Everest pitcher, made the final out of the visitors' fourth. So he's a little late getting out for his warm-up tosses. Bottom of 4 coming up. 9, 1, and 2 in the Bulldogs' batting order to hit. We're brought to you by Lead Car Toyota. Discover unbeatable deals and award-winning service at Lead Car Toyota Wausau, your full-service destination for everything Toyota, and a state-of-the-art collision center. That's Lead Car Toyota, North 20th Avenue in Wausau. I'm Chris Conley. Glad you're with us for American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports. Tomorrow and Thursday, these teams play again. All of them are Zaleski games. James Dennis walked and scored his first time up. Brewers game has gone final. They're 7-2 winners over Cincinnati. Cubs have a big lead over the Padres. So the NL Central standings will stay unchanged. Brewers up by 5.5 games. First pitch in the home half of the fourth. Sidearm, outside corner, strike 1. That's just off the outside corner, 1-1. Bulldogs have scored in each and every half inning. One of the keys to victory for Aiden Hapt here will be, can he hang up a 0? Falls behind here, 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul back towards us over our broadcast location, out into the street. Ouch, that hit the roof of somebody's car. Two balls and two strikes. Well, you know, if it misses the windshield and hits the roof, you might not even know. Who takes a look at the roof of their car? Outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes here. Coming home, just off the outside corner. It's a leadoff walk for the Bulldogs. James Dennis is aboard. Ian Stahl doubled his last time up and got himself an RBI. Looking to bunt the runner over. This is a good bunt. Third baseman's charging in. Got to be a tough play. Safe. Infield hit on what was going to be a sacrifice bunt. Ian Stahl is fast. Dropped it in a good spot right up the third base foul line. And the Bulldogs look like they're in possession to retake the lead here. First 2 runners are aboard, and there's nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Truthers lays down a bunt, only plays over to first base. Both runners advance. A sacrifice puts 2 in scoring position. And why not bunt 2 into scoring position for your best batter? Here's Davis Winter to hit. A double and a ground out for Davis Winter. This is the spot where you want him to hit. They're going to give him an intentional walk here. They are. All right, respect. Marshall Helke has hit safely in the game, had a single his last time up, so he's 1 for 2. 1 out and the base is loaded, so the Evergreens wanted nothing to do with Davis Winter. Low, ball 1. So now you're counting on Aiden Hapt to throw strikes. Helke swings and misses, 1-1. To shallow right field. Shortstop is back and makes the catch. Maddox Wyro just onto the lip of the outfield. Now there are 2 outs. Carson Thurs is now the pitcher for Wausau West. Started at second base. Reached on an error his last time up. Thurs is 0 for 2. France Propane is your locally owned complete service propane company, serving central Wisconsin for 2 generations. FrancePropane.com. France Propane. Local, quality, family. Low, ball 1. Checked his swing just off the inside corner. 2 balls, no strikes. Hapt really needed that call. With the bases loaded, the at-bat looks completely different if you're at 1 ball and 1 strike, or the 2-0 count that he faces now. Carson Thurs will get a pitch to hit here. There's a strike, 2-1. Still a hitter's count with the bases full. 2 walks and an infield hit to load him up here. Low, 3-1. One more out of the strike zone would cost Everest a run. Three-one pitch coming. Here it is. Strike. Full. All of the Wausau West runners will be, all the Wausau Bulldogs runners will be off on the pitch. 3-2 with 2 outs. A little low, ball 4. Run comes in. 3 walks in the inning. Bulldogs retake the lead. Logan Glavinsky hit safely his last time up. Yeah, Aiden Hapt has not kept Wausau off the scoreboard in any of the 4 innings that he's worked. There's not going to be a pitching change here. Bases are still loaded. Ian Stalls at third, Davis Winter is at second, and Carson Thurs is at first. Big at bat here. Does this stay a close 1-run game, or does Logan Glavinsky break this open? Down the first base side, foul ball. Foul ball. Hapt comes set. He's coming home. Bouncing ball past the pitcher. Shortstop has it, throws across the diamond, and there's an out. Wausau retakes the lead, but leaves them loaded. It's 5-1 as we go to the top of the 5th. This is American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Welcome to the competition where only the best healthcare plans rise to the top. Megasure.
Presenting Paperwork Pound Cake, a half-baked plan with flaky service sprinkled on top.
Ooh. Next up, Security Health Plan.
I call this one the Sweet Security. It has high-quality coverage folded in, and it's frosted with award-winning local service that's sweet but never sugar-coated.
That's a slice of better. Chef Security, congratulations. Truly the recipe for better.
It's a game that's seen 3 lead changes. We go to the top of the 5th. Bulldogs are back on top 5-4. I'm Chris Conley. Where are you? Why aren't you here tonight? Say, gee, it was too hot? Well, it was too hot this afternoon. It's been comfortable this evening. Here comes Cal Olofsson, a walk and a ground out. 0 for 1 officially. Carson Thurs is out for his 3rd inning of work. Got the final out in the 3rd. Worked around the bases loaded in the 4th, and here he is in the 5th, and bends back Cal Olofsson. Almost hit him. Everest has someone up throwing in the bullpen, so maybe a new pitcher when Wausau comes up to bat in the bottom of the 5th. 2 balls and no strikes to Cal Olofsson. Wausau owns the hit column 6-3. Both teams have committed an error. A lot of walks in tonight's game. That's inside. 3 balls, no strikes. Taking, and it's a strike. I believe the count is 3-1. Yes, it is. Our scoreboard catches up with us. We've got it right on your Zaleski sports screen. Don't doubt us, not for a moment. And that's away. Cal Olafson is a leadoff walk. Here's Maddox Wyro. Maddox walked his last time up. And a ground out to short. So Maddox officially is 0 for 1 today. Bunting. Pitcher's going to play it. Only throw to first. Got him. Evergreens put the tying run in scoring position. So the Evergreens are hoping that either Carter Miller or Will Reimer can pick up that runner at second. Carter Miller is 0 for 2, struck out his last time up. Carter Miller takes a strike. Yeah, the Evergreens are going to use a new pitcher in the next inning. Not sure who that is way down the first base line, but someone's warming up. Off-speed pitch, and Carter Miller was geared for something else, way out in front of that. Counts no balls and 2 strikes. Didn't miss by much. A ball and 2 strikes. Hayden Grzinski is throwing in the bullpen for Everest. Chopped to short. Going to try and get the runner at third. The throw is wild. The runner at third base, Cal Olafson, kind of had his feet tangled up. That's a rare throwing error on Davis Winter. His throw was wild. Had an easier out at first base and decided not to take it. So that's kind of a mental error and a throwing error. Could have had the second out over at first. Then you could be trying to end the inning here with Will Reimer. Instead, first and third. Swing and a miss. I know, you see the runner cross right in front of you if you're the shortstop. So it's tempting to try and get the out at third. But the right play was to go and get that second out at first base. With 2 outs, you get the next batter, and that runner's stranded in scoring position. Instead, there's only 1 out, and runners on the corner, so a more difficult spot for pitcher Carson Thurs. That's Wausau's second error of the game. Runner is going. The throw is faked down to second. And there are runners at second and third. With 1 out, a hit to the outfield could give us another lead change. Strike 2. Ben Gartsky is on deck. So it's up to Reimer here or Gartsky. Wausau brings the infield in. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's a big strikeout for Carson Thurs. It's the second out of the inning. Ben Garski a walk and a strikeout today, and now the infield can go back with 2 outs. Bulldogs trying to work around a walk and an error. 2 in scoring position for Gartsky with 2 outs. Here's a big at-bat. Fouled off down the first base side, out of play. We've had a nice cool breeze, which has made this night comfortable. It is blowing from left to right. The weather has not been a factor at all for tonight's game. 0-1 pitch. Twisting off-speed pitch that is low, 1-1. Gartsky hits in the number 9 spot for Everest, but he's been capable at the bottom part of the order this season, for the high school and the Legion season. Waiting on a 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. Gartsky stepped out for a moment. He's back in now. Still a hitter's count at 2 balls and 1 strike. Coming home. Gartsky ground ball. It's through the left side. 1 run is in to tie the game. There's going to be a throw to the plate. 2nd run is in. Gartsky delivers. Lead change again. Now 6-5 Everest. A walk, and on the Davis Winter error, the go-ahead run is an unearned run. Hayden Grzinski to the top of the order. Inside, ball 1. It's a game that neither team has been able to take control of so far. 4 lead changes tonight. Off-speed pitch is in, 1-1. Low. A ball and 2 strikes. How can you tell it's a hot, humid night? Look up into the netting. The moths are out. They're just fluttering around here. Strike there, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, as long as the bugs stay away from us, I guess it's okay. Fouled off down the area behind home plate. It's up on the roof here at Athletic Park. 2-2. Late swing scatters the Everest dugout. That's why you stay behind that chain link railing. That ball is scuffed up. It's going to need to be rubbed up before it gets put back into play. Counts 2 balls, 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. More importantly for Everest, 2 runs are in. They've retaken the lead. Low, not by much. 3-2. Again, we think Hayden Grzinski may be the pitcher for Everest in the bottom of the 5th inning. He was warming up down the first base line. Throw over to first, runners back. That's Ben Gartsky, who's at first base. He's the hitting hero right now. His single brought in 2 runs. Bouncing ball to short. Got to throw across the diamond. Davis Winter got him by a step. The inning is over. 2 runs come in for Everest, and we have a lead change. Now 6-5 Evergreens on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Vehicle maintenance is vital to your day-to-day life. That's why Auto Select of Stevens Point reminds you to be sure to schedule regular oil changes, tire rotations, and general inspections to keep your vehicle in great shape. Let the helpful, friendly staff at Auto Select ensure your vehicle continues to keep you and your passengers safe on the roads, as well as keep your vehicle functioning the way it was intended. For quality, dependable automotive care from service experts, place your trust in Auto Select of Stevens Point. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
We thought that Aiden Hapt would be done for the Evergreens. He is not. Aiden Hapt is run out there for the 5th inning of work. 7, 8, and 9 in the Wausau batting order to hit here. Hapt comes out with a 1-run lead. He's given up runs in each half inning. Stockwell is 0 for 2. On this 6-hit night, no one in the 7, 8, or 9 hole has hit safely for Wausau. Strike 1 from Aiden Hapt. Fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes. We had joked about the Moths in the last half inning. You know that there is one minor league baseball team, they don't play baseball anymore in Portland, Maine, because of the mosquitoes. Fly ball in play down the right field line in foul territory. First baseman Ryan Schulz makes the catch. There's the first out. I had a brother-in-law who lived in Kennebunk, Maine. Portland's about an hour away. And I suggested, hey, it might be a nice night to see baseball. He knew about the Portland Sea Dogs and the mosquitoes. He said, you may not want to do that. The Portland Sea Dogs for a while were a AAA minor league team and then a AA in the Eastern League. First ball swinging, and Cam Rise got himself a hit to left. Tying runs aboard here in the 5th. When the Sea Dogs played, they used burn barrels. They put a burn barrel down the first base side and a burn barrel down the right field, down the third base side. Trying to attract the mosquitoes. And eventually the crowds got very small once people figured out it was not a pleasant night at the ballpark. James Dennis has walked in both of his plate appearances and takes one outside here, ball 1. On the outside corner, 1-1. When I was younger and lived back east, I have a lot of good minor league baseball experiences. Some not so good. When I was in college, we would go and see Syracuse Chiefs games. It's cold in Syracuse for night games in April. Eventually, by my senior year, the Syracuse Chiefs played no night games in April. All the home games were played in the afternoon. Bouncing ball past the pitcher. Second baseman's got it. There's a dropped ball. Everyone safe. Off the glove of Maddox Wyro. Wyro's going to be assessed an error there. Shortstop didn't handle the flip, and there are runners at first and second for Ian Stahl. 2 for 3. Stahl's got a single and a double. That's Everest's second error of the night. Boy, both teams have just left the door open for each one. And there's a hit to right field. Got to try and score the tying run. Yes, it's cut off. Game's tied. Stahl takes the first pitch that he sees and ties the ball game, 6 apiece. Here's True Thurs, who's 1 for 3. That's the second time that Stahl has delivered a hit in this game and has gotten himself a run batted in. First and second, and only one out. First ball swinging. Second baseman Carter Miller bobbles it. His only plays to first. Safe. Boy, Carter Miller, who's going to be charged an error there, thought that he got the ball over to first base in time. 2 errors in the inning, and the bases are loaded. Yeah, Carter Miller reacted like he disagreed with the call. So, I mean, this inning should be over. Evergreen should have had the force out at second base, should have had the out there at first. Instead, there's one out, and the bases are loaded. So suddenly the Everest defense is shoddy. This is Nate Langman, who's working as the pitching coach for the Everest Legion. He's making the trip out to the mound. No pitching change here. They intentionally walked Davis Winter the last time. Can't do that here. The bases are loaded. Winter gets a chance to hit in a game that's now tied 6 apiece. Winter was up with runners at second and third his last at-bat when he drew the intentional walk. First ball swinging, Davis Winter delivers. Bobbled in the outfield, 1 run, 2 runs are in. The second run would have come around to score anyway. No error on outfielder Will Reimer there. It's a 2 RBI hit for Davis Winter. Yes, in my judgment, Ian Stahl, who has great speed, he was the trail runner on the play. He was going to come around for sure. First ball swinging here. Maddox Wyro, the shortstop, to first. 1 back to second. Double play. 2 errors have really hurt Everest in this inning. 3 runs come in, and our new score, Bulldogs are back in front 8-6. To the 6th inning we go when we come right back on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
So in a back-and-forth game, we go to the top of the 6th inning. Let's see if the Evergreens have a rally in them. Cole Van Slyke will lead off. Cole is 0 for 2 with a walk. New pitcher here for the Bulldogs. This is Parker Helke.
Number 9, Cole Van Slyke.
Helke on to work the 6th. Carson Thurs pitched 2 1/3 innings. Stands to be the winning pitcher. Van Slyke takes strike 1. Carson Thurs was solid in relief. 2 runs, only one of them earned. He allowed just 1 hit. Struck out 2, walked 3. Walks have been a problem for pitchers in this game. 1-1 pitch. On the inside corner, a ball and 2 strikes. Bouncing ball past the second baseman and into shallow center field. Cole Van Slyke leads off the inning with a hit. Ryan Schulz 2 for 2. He's been on base each of his plate appearances. 2 singles, walked his last time. Courtesy runner comes out for Everest. Riley Lake is the courtesy runner at first base. And there's a ball to Ryan Schulz. Strike 1 there. Count evens, a ball and a strike. Bounced in front of home plate, 2-1. Here in the 6th, the Evergreens still have 6 outs to work with and 2 runs to come up with. Throw over to first, runners back. That leadoff single to start off this inning, the Evergreen's 5th hit. And there's a line drive to right. Right fielder misjudged it. Goes over Marshall Helke's head and rolls all the way to the left field pitcher's cage. Lead runner Cole Van Slyke, the courtesy runner rather, Riley Lake, had to hold off to see if that was going to be caught or not. It's a double for Ryan Schulz. Schulz is the first player in the 3-hit club tonight. So just like that, the Evergreens threatening to take the lead right back. Aiden Haupt will hit. Nobody out, 2 in scoring position. And Wausau's 2-run lead looks shaky right now. Haupt swings and misses. Big cut. Aiden is 1 for 3 with a double. Checked his swing and fouled off into the first base picnic area. Aiden's down 0-2. Cal Olafson, capable, waiting on deck. Outside, 1-2. Parker Helke is on in relief for this half inning. The third Wausau pitcher used in the game. True Thurs started. Carson Thurs came on in relief. 1-2 pitch. Just missed outside. Close, 2-2. Riley Lake, courtesy runner at third. Ryan Scholes at second. Off-speed pitch, smack down the left field line, it's down. The stop sign goes up for the trail runner. So 1 run, but not 2 runs in. 1, 2, 3 hits in a row, and the Evergreens are within 1 run. First and third. Cal Olafson has been on base twice, 2 walks. Another courtesy runner will come out for the Evergreens. Double steal possibilities here, too, with nobody out. Runner at first not going, and Cal Olafson takes a strike. Runner at first is going. There'll be no throw down. 2 move into scoring position for Everest with nobody out. It magnifies this at-bat for Cal Olafson. A hit to the outfield could give Everest the lead back. Infield plays in now at 1-1. Taking on the outside corner. It's a strike, 1-2. Bounced off the plate, foul. We'll stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch coming. Inside. Bounces off the side of the plate. Good stop by catcher Gage Stockwell. 2-2. Smacked to left field. Another lead change. 2 runs will come in. And now Everest is up 9-8. Our 5th lead change of the night. So this 6th inning starts off with 4 hits in a row. Cal Olafson's got himself 2 RBI with that single to left center field. Still nobody out. And we are going to have a pitching change. Parker Helke faced 4 batters and did not record an out. Wausau is about to use their 4th pitcher of the night. Marshall Helke comes in from the outfield to pitch. Just back and forth we go tonight. Bulldogs put up 3 in the bottom of the 5th, took an 8-6 lead. And then Everest puts up 3 here in the top of the 6th and takes the lead right back. It's been that kind of night. Entertaining ball game. Boy, I couldn't tell you how it's going to end. So Parker Helke, a sophomore, gives way to Marshall Helke, a senior. The inning started, and Everest had only 4 hits. They have 8 now. Back-to-back hits. To open up the 6th. And Maddox Wyro will look to keep the hit parade coming. What's made this game a little crazy? Well, that Wausau has scored a run in every inning so far. Everest pitching has yet to put up a 0. You would think if Everest, even though they've got a 9-8 lead now, but you'd think they've got to do that. They've got to have at least a half inning where they keep the Bulldogs off the scoreboard. Ground ball to third. Over to second, there's 1, and that's the first out of the inning. Cam Rye gets the out at second base. Maddox Wyro reaches first on a fielder's choice. We're brought to you by Peterson Kramer Funeral Home, committed to providing personal and compassionate care for each customer. Let Peterson Kramer Funeral Home step up for you in your time of need. The Conley chronometer says that our game is exactly 2 hours old now. Carter Miller reached on an error his last time up. Bouncing ball to short. Winter to second 1. Back to first. The throw is wild. Cannot assume the double play. There's no error there. Maddox Wyro is forced out at second base. There are now 2 outs. Will Reimer to hit now. Walk, strikeout, and ground out. Will is 0 for 2 today. Reimer from the left side. There are now 2 outs. Outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Evergreens have led by 2, a 4-2 lead back in the 3rd inning. And then they've taken the lead back, but have only led by 1 on those 2 other occasions. Again, it's been a game full of lead changes. 1-1, swings and waves at a pitch that may have been off the plate. 1-2 here to Will Reimer. I think we are going to see Davis Winter pitch for Wausau in tomorrow's game. Maybe against Carter Miller. Swing and a miss. The inning comes to an end. Everest takes the lead back. It's now 9-8. Bottom of the 6th. It's getting late tonight. Back in a moment. This is American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
The auto service specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Now the Evergreens have made a pitching change. Ben Gartsky comes on in relief of Aiden Hapt. Aiden worked 5 innings. Just kind of a wild game where I'm not sure how much you read into the pitching stats here. Aiden Hapt allowed 9 hits, 8 runs, 6 of them earned. Five walks, and 3 of those walks came around to score. Aiden recorded 1 strikeout. Gives way to Ben Gartsky here. Gartsky, high velocity, sometimes has trouble with his control. Again, Aiden Hapt gave up 1 run in the first, 1 run in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and 3 in the fifth. Hung up no zeros today. Let's see what Gartsky has. Against Carson Thurs, 0 for 2. Reached on a walk and reached on an error on the left side of the Everest infield. First pitch to Thurs, inside corner, strike 1. Gartsky, just like Aiden Hapt before him, sidearm delivery. Same spot, strike 2. Both of them right on the outside black, or inside black. Carson Thurs is down on the count 0-2. Low. Bounced off the plate. It's in play. Tough play at third. Throw. Got him. That play was not easy. Beg your pardon here. Let's get things straightened out. It is Hayden Grzinski who is pitching for the Evergreens, and that was Ben Gartsky at third base who made the good play. Hayden Grzinski is the pitcher here for Everest. And Grzinski's behind in the count. 2 balls, no strikes to Logan Glavinsky. Logan bouncing ball to second base. Carter Miller's got it. 2 up and 2 down. Yep, we've got things correct now. Ben Gartsky made the good defensive play at third base, but he's still playing the infield. And Hayden Grzinski, who had been playing center field, is now on to pitch. Bulldogs are sending up Maddox Hurtis here. Pinch hitter with 2 outs, and it hit him. Hurtis goes down to first base.
Next up to bat, Parker Helke.
And here comes Parker Helke to hit. Helke bats for himself in this spot. He's the 4th pitcher that the Bulldogs have used today. Just missed. Ball 1. Crowd's getting into it too. You hear chatter after almost every pitch. Up high, throw down to first, runner's back. Runner just slid over that tag. The ball was there in time to tag him out. Can't afford outs on the bases in a 1-run game like this. Bottom of the 6th. 2-0 pitch. Fouled off down the first base side. When we arrived at the ballpark, I took an elevator ride from ground level up to here. The elevator here at Athletic Park is air-conditioned. If it was hot, we could have called the game from the elevator. I can't see it, but that doesn't really matter. The crowd cheers. We'll assume it's a hit. 2-1 pitch. Fouled off again. Count evens 2-2. So here's Hayden Grzinski, looking to keep Wausau off the scoreboard for the first time all night. Two pitch now, coming home. Ground ball to short. Maddox Wyro takes the short way to second. And for the first time all night, the Bulldogs are turned away from the scoreboard. We're going to the 7th. The Evergreens feel like they could use an insurance run. It's 9-8 when we come back on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
I knew I wanted to start an agency that honored those small town values like relationships and service. Our mission is to sell insurance ethically and with integrity to protect our clients' needs today, tomorrow, and in the future.
Not everybody understands insurance, and it's a good day when I can help give peace of mind.
Working with Access Insurance, we are a team, so you don't just get one of us, you get all 4 of us. Access Insurance Agency, our business revolves around you.
Take your education out of the classroom and give New Spaces a spin. Wherever you are, North Central Technical College is there with flexible learning options, including rolling start dates and 100% online classes. Earn your degree around your life.
7th and final inning is on. Everest will send 9, 1, and 2 in their batting order up to hit. Ben Gartsky will start. Gartsky had a nice defensive play over at third base. Boy, the Evergreens are going to have their rally caps on here. An insurance run or 2 would make a huge difference. Here's Marshall Helke on for his 2nd inning of work. Little bit inside, ball 1. Helke came on in relief after Parker Helke allowed the first 4 base runners to hit. All hit safely in the 6th. This is fouled back, 1-1. What has Ben Gartsky done at the plate today? He singled his last at-bat. Called out looking and walked. 1 for 2 today. Boy, that just missed 2. 2-2. Again, you can tell the crowd is in it. There are oohs and ahs on every pitch here. It's just that kind of game. And here in the 7th, everything will be magnified. 2 balls and a strike. Inside, 3-1. Taking. The Evergreens looking for a base runner and taking a strike. 3-2. Gartsky gets to hit away here. Just missed. A lot of people in the crowd thought that was a strike. Instead, Ben Gartsky works out a leadoff walk. Here's Hayden Grzinski. I suspect that Hayden's going to be asked to bunt here, that the Evergreens would take 1 insurance run if that's what's on the table. Yeah, I think Hayden Grzinski's job is to move that runner at first into scoring position. The bunt is on, pulls it back, gets away from the catcher. A pass ball will move the runner up. So that leadoff walk immediately moves to second. I believe the sacrifice will still be on here. Marshall Helke set, coming home. Bunt is on, it's way up high. 2 balls and no strikes. The dangerous Cole Van Slyke on deck. Singled his last time up. Offered at a pitch that was way up high. That was out of the strike zone. Grzinski helped his opposing pitcher Marshall Helke there. It's 2-1. The bunt is still going to be on in this spot. Popped up. It's going to hit in foul territory. 2-2. Grzinski, I think it's fair to say, has looked uncomfortable trying to get this sacrifice down. Hayden's going to be run out there to pitch in the bottom of the 7th inning. Question is, will he be doing it with a 1-run margin or something different? It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Foul back. Low, count goes full. Time is called. Evergreens have someone else throwing in the bullpen, and the ball got away there. Runner at second, nobody out. Visitors 7th. And Everest already leads by a run, looking for more. Just low. Couple of pitches close in the zone. Marshall Helke has walked the first 2 batters that he's faced here in the 7th. Cole Van Slyke has been such a solid bat for Everest, I don't think he's bunting here. What may change the thinking is Ryan Scholes has 3 hits, and he's on deck. So Cole Van Slyke, who's got the bigger body of work, he's a dangerous bat, but Ryan Scholes has been Mr. Right Now, and he's asked to bunt. The bunt is foul. So the Evergreens are putting more emphasis on who's been the hot batter in this game versus who's been the hotter batter season long. Cole Van Slyke pops it up, foul. Catcher couldn't see where the ball was. that was catchable if the catcher, Gage Stockwell, was able to locate it faster. Instead, it's 0-2. And for the second batter in a row, the attempted sacrifice unsuccessful. The batter has gotten to 2 strikes, and the bunt's going to come off here. And look at that. Cole Van Slyke, after looking uncomfortable getting the bunt down, singles to right field and gets himself an RBI. There's the insurance run the Evergreens were looking for. Ben Gartsky, who was walked, comes all the way around from second base. And it's 10-8. Ryan Scholes made 4 plate appearances, and he's reached base all 4 times. 3 hits and a walk. Going for the rarest of things in the high school baseball level. He's going for a 4-hit evening. Takes ball 1. First and third. Runners going, throw down is cut off, and the runner stays at third base. A hit to the outfield brings in 2 more runs and would give Everest their largest lead of the night. Swing and a miss. Scholes chased the high, hard one that was up above his shoulders. Infield is played in here at 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's still nobody out. Foul back off the catcher's mask. Staying at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Low, 2-2. Great Lakes Cheese says, looking for a workplace that invests in you? Join the Wausau team at Great Lakes Cheese, a place where people matter, careers are built to last. Competitive pay and benefits too. Learn more at greatlakescheese.com. Just missed. It's inside, 3-2. Chirping from the Wausau bench at what they thought may have been strike 3. And there's a 4-hit game for Ryan Scholes. Ryan singles to left, gets himself an RBI. It's 11-8, and there's still nobody out. What a night for Ryan Scholes. Runners at first and third, nobody out. Aiden Hopt has 2 hits today, single and a double, 2 for 4. First 4 batters reach for Everest here in the visitors' second. Runners going from first, no throw down. Inside, 2-0. Get the feeling if he issues a walk or can't get an out here, this is probably the last batter for Marshall Helke, right? Infield still stays in. Hapt takes a strike. It's 2-1. 2-1 pitch coming. Smacked fair ball past the diving third baseman and into left field. 2 more runs will score. It's a double for Aiden Hapt, who joins the 3-hit club.
Now batting number 10, Cal Olson.
Hapt with 2 more RBI. And I believe that the Bulldogs are going to use their 5th pitcher of the night here. And still no one out.
Now on the mound for the Bulldogs, number 19, Ian Stahl.
Ian Stahl comes in from the outfield, the 5th pitcher used tonight. Stahl will take his warm-up tosses, and he'll come in with a runner at second base. That's Aiden Hapt. Hapt was the starting pitcher for Everest in what seemed like forever ago. Cal Olofsson awaits on deck, singled his last time up, got himself a run batted in. You wonder how tonight's game is going to affect tomorrow. Wausau has used a lot of pitching in this game. Evergreen's not as much, but this has suddenly become a wild bullpen game. All right, here comes Cal Olofsson. Marshall Helke is credited with 1 inning of work. Four runs charged against him. Stahl to Olofsson, strike 1. When this inning began, Everest was looking to build on a 1-run lead. They bumped it up to 5 now. Inside, 1-1. To first, caught, dropped, and then over to first base goes Logan Glavinsky. There's the first out. Runner at second does not advance. Here's Maddox Wyro. Wyro walked and sacrificed. Is officially 0 for 2 tonight. Little inside, ball 1. Evergreens have tacked on 3 more hits and 4 more runs in this inning, and that's up high from Stahl. 2 balls and no strikes. That's low, 3-0. taking and taking a strike, 3-1. Strike 2 counts full. Maddox Wyro hits with 1 out and a runner on second. 4 big insurance runs in for Everest. Popped up foul territory, maybe a play for Logan Glavinsky. He makes the catch. There's the second out. Carter Miller to hit. He's the 8th batter that Wausau sent to the plate in the 7th inning. Foul back, strike 1. Fouled off the catcher's mask. No balls and 2 strikes. Looking to end the visitors' 7th here, 0-2. It's up high. Nine, 1, and 2 for the Bulldogs in their half of the 7th. But it's the biggest hole they've been in tonight, down by 5 runs. Taking 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carter Miller waits on a 2-2 pitch. To center. Diving. Did he catch it? No. Off the center fielder's glove, another run comes in. On a sinking ball, that's a hit for Carter Miller. A double and an RBI. Will Reimer will hit now.
Now batting number 17, Sam Stens.
Sam Stens will come in as a pinch hitter. Almost hit him. Takes a strike, 1-1. Just off the inside corner, 2-1. Sten steps out. Stahl steps off. Now we're ready to go at 2 balls and 1 strike. Up 3-1. Walked him.
Now batting number 26, Ben Garson.
Evergreens have batted around. Ben Gartsky led off the inning with a walk and scored. He'll come up to bat for the 5th time tonight. Gartsky's got a single and he's walked 2 times. First ball swinging, and it's fouled off down the first base side. A 5 spot here in the 5th inning, and the Evergreens have pumped up their lead to 6 runs. And that's away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Wild pitch will move up both the runners. Low, 3-1. Gartsky may be working out his 3rd walk tonight. He's been walked by Truthers. He's been walked by Marshall Helke and is about to be walked by Ian Stahl. Yes, indeed. Now the bases are loaded again. Hayden Grzinski has walked twice, but has not hit safely in today's game. Chance to change that here. Fouls off the first pitch for a strike. One and one. Bounced off the plate, foul, a ball and 2 strikes. One, 2 pitch. Called strike 3. The inning finally comes to an end. The Evergreens send 11 batters to the plate. Score 5 big insurance runs. They now lead by 6. It's 14-8. Last call for the Wausau Bulldogs when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
The first tube was bent in 1968 back in a garage by our house. Shortly after that, we moved into a rented space in a machine shop.
Moving into this building in 2000 at 90,000 square feet.
So right now we sit at 165,000 square feet.
150 employees. Every day we look at how grateful we are to be where we are, but we never forget where we started. Here at J&D Tube Benders, we're a full custom hydraulic tube manufacturer. We can do anything from their simple bent tube component to a fully welded assembly.
Elite Auto Care on Schofield Avenue in Weston offers the best in automotive care and repair. This locally owned and operated repair group features a full staff of ASE certified technicians. They are ready to handle all major and minor repairs to get you back on the road. For any make, any model vehicle, look to Elite Auto Care for repairs. From general maintenance and preventative care like oil changes and tire rotations, to those more challenging issues like air conditioning, brakes, and engine issues. Elite Auto also offers a full selection of tires to fit your vehicle needs. For your next auto needs, turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business, on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
If the check engine light comes on in your car, do you address it or hope it goes away on its own? Pain is your body's check engine light signaling that something isn't right. Innovative Health in Weston can help identify and fix the aches and pains of everyday life. We deliver effective chiropractic care for every joint in your body, from your neck to your back to your knees and feet. With 4 doctors on staff and advanced treatment options, we've been consistently voted a top chiropractic and sports medicine clinic in central Wisconsin. Whether you're a high school athlete, a pregnant mom, or just feeling the wear and tear of life, give us a call at Innovative Health in Weston today.
Feel better, live better, Innovative Health.
Hayden Grzinski will come on to try and get the final 3 outs here in the 7th inning.
Now up to bat for the Bulldogs. Number
9, 1, and 2. James Dennis will lead off. 2 walks and hit into a fielder's choice. You know, you'd think the Evergreens with a 6-run lead have what they need to win this ball game, but it's been such a wild game. We've had 5 lead changes. Let's see. And the first pitch is ball 1. Hayden Grzinski came on for Aiden Hopt in the 6th inning. He faced 4 batters, got 3 groundouts, hit a batter in between. And now he's behind in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. And that's outside, 3-0. Outside, 4-pitch walk to open up the last call for the Bulldogs.
for post 10. Number 19, Ian Stahl.
Ian Stahl has 3 hits. He can join Everest Ryan Scholes in the 4-hit club, depending on what he does in this at-bat. 2 singles and a double. Runner moves up on a wild pitch. And that's up high, 2-0. And now Coach Riley Pazer will come out to the mound to remind Hayden Grzinski of the importance of throwing strikes here. Hayden Grzinski is going to continue. The Evergreens are not making a pitching change here. This is a long conversation for a game that's now 2 hours and 40 minutes old with a 6-run lead. Assuming Everest comes on to win this game, we'll speak with Coach Riley Pazer in our postgame show about pace of play issues tonight. Hustle in, hustle out. Right, boys? Ian Stahl's at-bat continues at 2 balls and no strikes. Inside, 3-0. There's a strike, 3-1. Back-to-back walks to open up the bottom of the 7th.
Next up to bat for the Bulldogs, number 18,
True Thurs was the starting pitcher for the Bulldogs. Sacrifice, a single, reached on an error and flied out. He's 1 for 3 in today's game. Up high, ball 1. Outside, 2-0. Maddox Wyro, the Everest shortstop right now, and Carter Miller, the Everest second baseman, could both pitch. This just doesn't feel like a game that's going to go down easy, right? Strike there. 2-1. Cole Van Slyke, the Everest catcher who just paid a visit to his pitcher, kind of willed that strike into existence. Just off the outside corner. 3-1. In the top half of the seventh, it took Wausau forever to get the first out, and it seems like it's a long time for Everest, too. Strike called. True Thurs was on his way down to first base. Instead, it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Counts full, coming home here. Bounced up the middle. Shortstop steps on second, throws to first, 2 outs. A double play. Maddox Wyro took it to the bag himself and then got it over to first base. Now there's 1 out left in the game. Davis Winter. Double, single, and intentional walk. Runner moved over to third base on the double play. A ball to Davis Winter. Outside, 2-0. Hayden Grzinski worked the 6th and the 7th, trying to hang up zeros. Outside here, 3-0. He's in danger of issuing his 3rd walk of the inning. 3 walks, but a double play. Tell me that the double play is not the pitcher's best friend. 4-pitch walk to Davis Winter, and the game continues.
Next for the Bulldogs, number 12,
Marshall Helke hit into a double play back in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 4 with a single. Grzinski looking to get the final out. Fly ball to left field. Left fielder is coming in, making the catch is Cal Olofsson. This ball game comes to an end. It was a little bit of a struggle for Ben Gartsky, but he does not allow a hit in the 6th or the 7th inning. Final score is 14-8. 14 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors for the Evergreens tonight. 8 runs on 9 hits and 2 errors for Wausau West. Our Ridgetop Exterior player of the game is the one player who had 4 hits today, Ryan Schulz. 3 singles and a double. That was the Ridgetop Exteriors player of the game. Merrill Steel postgame show is next. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest. Apply today at merrillsteel.com. I'm Chris Conley. Thank you for joining us for our American Legion baseball coverage on Zaleski Sports. We're right back here tomorrow for an 8 o'clock start on Zaleski. Everest comes from behind. 5 runs in the 7th for a 14-8 win. Down to the field for postgame next. I'm Chris Conley. Good night, everybody.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal coating core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwich
Give your guys credit on a game that looked back and forth. You couldn't tell how this one was going to end until you finally got the runs in the 7th.
100%. It often comes down in these games to who plays better in those last few innings. And offensively, we did the job, and then we're able to hold them at bay defensively and on the mound in that 6th and 7th inning.
The games where things just don't come easy, those count as wins too. I think that's one tonight.
100%. Win's a win, no matter how you get it. It goes in that win column, and that's what we're shooting for at the end of the day, and I'm just glad we were able to do that tonight.
Coach, congratulations on the victory. We'll see you here tomorrow. 4-hit games are rare at the high school level. Ryan Schultz has 4 hits tonight, 3 singles and a double. You seeing the ball well tonight?
Yeah, I got into a few 2-strike counts quite a bit, but you just got to I got to start to remind myself I'm a good hitter, so I always feel confident every time I have to play, even when I'm at 2 strikes.
Tell me how this game feels on the bench. It's just a back and forth game. It almost felt like whoever was going to bat last was going to have a big chance of winning this tonight.
Yeah, games like these are way more fun than blowout games. All the lead changes just makes every at bat way more intense, way more fun, and then when good things happen, it just feels great.
All right, Ryan's got 4 of the Evergreens' 11 hits tonight. 14 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors for Everest, 8 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors for the Bulldogs. 14-8 is our final score. These teams back at it tomorrow night here at Athletic Park. It's going to wrap up our Merrill Steel postgame show. Thanks for joining us on Zaleski Sports. I'm Chris Conley. Good night, everybody. Give us a quick in the house.
We good? I'm Ryan Schultz, and I'm in the house.
Thanks a lot for coming over. Take care.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.